So this song is called The Veil, and Sylvia was asking me about it yesterday, and I heard, oh, and I wrote this when I had a moment with, well, more than a moment with God about this, but it started to come to me one night when I was up in my art studio, and the melody started to come first, and then a friend of mine was painting at a church just down the street, and she was part of this Friday night worship service where there was an artist painting up there, kind of an illustration of what was being preached, or like the theme of the night. And the theme of the night was the Transfiguration. And that day, some of you might have heard me tell this story before, but that day when I first started with the melody, there was all I had was Moses came down from the mount, came down with commandments. Full of fear, they wouldn't go near his face. It was resplendent, And that's like, I knew it was going to be about the times in life when the veil is, or in Scripture when the veil is lifted, and and there's no veil between heaven and earth, and you can see, which, I don't know. So that's where the idea started. So I showed up that night to church, and I walked in, and the person speaking was saying, that very same verse, that was quoting that verse, and said that Moses came down from the mountain, that his face was glowing, and that he could, and it was just, I sat down in the back, and I was like, okay, I'm listening. I'm paying attention. And then I went back and proceeded to write the rest of the verses. But there's a point in the song where everybody can join in. And it's towards the end, and it's, let's see, holy, holy, holy is the part you're going to sing. Ready? Holy, holy, holy. So that's the first half, and then holy, holy, holy. So that's it in a nutshell. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy. Okay, so here we go. Moses came down from the mount, came down with commandments, full of fear they wouldn't go near his face. It was resplendent. He put a veil across his face, they could not stand your glory. He put a veil across his face, they could not stand your glory. Elijah saw the chariots, he saw them come a-swinging, told his kin to open his eyes and see the angels standing. Lift the veil from the sky, let me see your glory, and help me not to be afraid, nor give in to worry. Peter, James, and John saw Moses and Elijah, and as they prayed, his face was changed, his robe shone like the sunrise. They longed to build a dwelling there. They had seen your glory, and upon the mount there came a cloud. It said, "This is my chosen." Jesus died upon scorn, they surely were mistaken. Oh, rip the veil in my heart. Let me see your glory and put a song in my mouth. And let me tell your story. Promises of marriage. Oh, lift the veil from her eyes. Let her see your glory and put a song in her mouth. And let all the saints cry, holy. Lift the veil from her eyes. Let her see your glory. Put a song in her mouth. Let all the saints cry, holy, 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 holy. I can't hear you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, 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 you are. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy. Amen. Amen. I just chose a bunch of, there it is. I was like, where's my cord? I just chose a bunch of songs that I've written, and this one is from a while back. Oh boy, hello. That one is out of tune. Let's see. Oh, that could be why. Hold on. There we go. So this one I wrote a while back, and it was on a record actually called Many Waters. Apologize for not having this tuned up. True. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to sing this one. I'm not going to give it a full-on, big-on introduction. Sorry about that. I remember walking on the water, and I remember waiting by the sea. I remember breaking bread together, you and me. I recall the tenderness you gave me, and I remember water turned to wine. I recall the nights of sweet communion in your eyes. Oh, the love, yeah, in your eyes. And it's all coming back to me now, Lord, to me now. Oh, love, it's all coming back to me now, yeah. My love, you've been leading me on. Love, oh, and I'm going with a deeper kind of courage, and there's a tide that's deeper than my own soul, and it's raging like a river cutting through flesh and bone, yeah, cutting right through my flesh and bone, and it's all coming back to me now, oh, to me now, oh, love, it's all coming back to me now, oh, my love, you've been leading me on. Love, I remember walking on the water, and I remember water turn to wine, oh, turn to wine, lead me on, keep leading me on, love, lead me on, oh, keep leading me on, love. It's an old one. I don't know. This is a more recent one. Let's see. I don't know if that guitar is coming through at all. Is it coming through? Yeah. It is. Okay. I don't know. Maybe if there's any way to have a little bit more in the speaker, because I can't hear it, but it's all right. I don't need to hear it. This one, I don't know. I've been thinking about this all weekend, and I think it would work if I could change 2 words. I wrote it a lot, like when I first moved to Nashville. I think I was trying to be bluegrass, and that's pointless. So I don't know if I can remember it, but it's let's see. So, this is how I wrote it. Take off my sinful nature. Clothe me with garments of grace. Take off my sinful nature, oh Lord. Clothe me with garments of grace. There it is. Okay. Rid me of anger and malice. Rid me of rage and of greed. Keep me from words of slander, swearing and idolatry. Yeah, you take off my sinful nature. You can sing it with me. And clothe me with garments of grace. Oh, you take off my sinful nature, oh Lord. And clothe me with garments of grace. Now clothe me with love and compassion, kindness, humility. Oh, let me be gentle and patient, forgiving as you forgave me. Help me forgive as you forgave me. Oh, take off my sinful nature. Clothe me with garments of grace. You take off my sinful nature, oh Lord. Clothe me with garments of grace. Sing it. You took off my sinful nature. This may be more appropriate. You clothed me with garments of grace. You took off my sinful nature, oh Lord, and clothed me with garments of grace. Yeah, you clothed me with garments of grace. Oh, dress me in your garments of grace. So, yes, and it's just, it gets veiled. It does. Just needed a slight theological tweak there. Yeah, I don't know. These are just all songs that I felt like might apply to somebody. Everybody here is coming from a different, we're one, but we are coming with different struggles. And this one I wrote, and I saw it like a person like trying to run away from themselves, which we've been talking a lot about. Just done at the end of their rope, like I'm finished. But then they basically have a moment of realizing they're not. Well, maybe they are, but they're diving in deeper into the waves. Somebody said that this weekend, that when a huge wave comes up over top of you, your first instinct is to just want to suck in the water and fight it, or just to try to breathe and to fight against that wave. But the better thing is to dive deep down into it instead of fight it. Who said that? Yes, said that. So this one, I don't know. There's times I really wish that I could sure I know, 'cause the truth was hard to take. Yeah, yeah. It was easier to live a lie and live with my mistakes. Jacob's Tree? Okay. I have to tune down for that. The tuner's going all crazy. Let's see. Okay. This is a sad song, but I promise I'll sing you a more hopeful one right after it. They asked me to sing it. It's a sad bluegrass song, but it's true. It's a real story. I mean, what happened. And do you want me to tell the story, or for those people that haven't heard it before, maybe? Okay, so my mother grew up in the Allegheny Mountains of Pennsylvania. That's where her parents were from, and their parents. And there's this story that happened in the 1800s that's written about in one of those like little. It's a couple different people have told accounts of it, of what happened. But these two little boys wandered off from their cabin in the wood. They lived up in the woods. They had just moved to the area, so their parents were brand new to the area, and they were maybe 5 and 7. And their father, it was an early spring day, and it was in April, I think, early April, and so there was still snow on the parts of the mountain, and it was very easy to get disoriented. And these two boys followed their father into the woods. He had gone off to hunt for their dinner probably, and heard a dog who would treat a squirrel or something like that, and they followed after him. And the mother had gone up to the top part of the cabin to take care of the little girl, and they had wandered off. So many hours passed before they realized that they were missing, and it's a very sad story. But in the story, there's a person named Jacob Dybert and Harrison Wysong, who I'm related to, not necessarily through blood, but through marriage, through my family, and they were both a part of the story. And Jacob had a dream 3 nights in a row where he eventually told his wife, and she said, "You have to go, but I don't want you to try to go out there and find them by yourself." She said, the place that you're describing in your dream, in the dream, it became more vivid every night. And the third time he had it, he was very bothered by it, and he said, "I think I have to go." And she said, "You definitely have to go, and I want you to go to Harrison's house, her brother's house, and he'll take you to where I think this place is that you're dreaming about." And sure enough, they found the boys there, and they had passed away. So I don't yeah, it's a true story. But now there's a monument that stands to where they were found. And I think Jacob Dybert, the one who had the dream, there was, they had been searching for over 2 weeks for them and couldn't find them. And when they finally found them after this dream, he gave the money back to the parents to let them have a proper burial. And then the family eventually erected a monument where they were found to remember them by. In the spring of 1856, with the snow still on the ground, 2 little boys were lost in the mountains above the town. Father went out hunting, the boys had stayed behind, while Mother tended to her chores. They wandered from her side. The 2 had gone to follow him and lost their way instead. By dusk the boys had not been found. Fear had turned to dread. 200 men soon gathered there to comb the mountainside, and fires were built on the highest peak in hopes they'd see the light. Oh, Mommy and Daddy, why can't you hear our cry? Day is almost over, soon it will be night. We're so cold and hungry, our feet are tired and sore. We promise not to stray again from our cabin door. Now Jacob Dybert woke one night from a strange and eerie dream. He saw a path between 2 hills near a dark and swollen stream. He told his wife he saw the boys huddled close beside a log. For 2 more nights the dream returned, this vision sent from God. Oh, Mommy and Daddy, why can't you hear our cry? Day is almost over, Jacob's wife knew of this place, said to travel east with a guide to take him there. Jacob came upon the scene and found the boys cold and still beneath an old birch tree. I know. It's a sad one. It is a sad song. Huh? Yeah.